Good afternoon, all. And all the students, in the last class, we are going to discuss already projectile body. What is the equations of motion of projectile body? Then how to solve the problems on the projectile body. That is now we are going to discuss here. Yes, once check it. There is a problems of projectile motion. The problem solved in projectile motion. How to we solve the problems in a projectile motion of any body? Got it or not? Yes, how to we solve it? Yeah. There is the first step. It is in the first we have to take here in the step one. What we have to consider? Yes, a mutually perpendicular direction axis x and y. Okay, select the perpendicular axis. The motion is along which axis actually? It is along the y-axis, or otherwise it is along the x-axis. And what is the angle between the two axes? You have to should compulsory take that axis first. Okay, mutually perpendicular axis you are consider. Yesterday we are discussing three kinds of the projectile motion. Somewhat times inclined along the s-axis, inclined to the axis. Somewhat horizontal only. Somewhat a vertical components only contains. Not a contain any other horizontal components. Only vertical components. Only horizontal components. Other than parallel to the horizontal components and vertical component is become zero. Okay, like that there is a different things are there now. You have to consider first what is the coordinate axes, what is the perpendicular axis here. The x and y axis are perpendicular or not, are made somewhat angle with or not. What is the nature of the axis? Where the point is located? That all the things you have to consider. Next, in the step 2, we have to consider. In the step 2, what we have to take? Proper values of kinematic components. Proper values of kinematical variables. Okay, clear or not? Kinematic variables. What is the kinematic variables? What is the kinematic variables? Yeah, there is, we know very well, there is a initial velocity, final velocity, okay, now acceleration, okay, time taken, and acceleration due to gravity somewhat a minus and as well as the plus sometimes. When it is a freely fall, coming from the down, from height to the down, okay, now that will become what? Yes, freely falling body. Otherwise, it will be started from the earth to the as opposite to the acceleration due to gravity direction. The values are changes or not? Yes, there is all the kinematical variables are there. Then the different kinematical variables ux, uy, vx, vy, and ax and ay. And what is the signs of it? What is the positive sign or a negative sign? Or otherwise it will be big or a small. Okay, it's a decreasing or increasing. That all the variables have to check it first. When they given a projectile motion, yes, there is a what somewhat situations are arised. What that there is a one aeroplane is there, from the aeroplane somewhat fall down. Okay, the aeroplane is moving in a horizontal direction. Along the x-axis is a moving. Okay, clear or not? The displacement is along the x-axis. There is a not changes its height. And suddenly one body is a fall down from aeroplane. It is a become freely falling body. The ax is equal to become plus g. Okay, now yes, like that you have to take it. That all the variables you have to consider. Okay, now sign and a value of ax and ay. Yes, sign and a value. You have to should consider for as ux, uy, vx, vy, ax and ay. You have to should consider it. Got it? Next, step 3. What the step 3 you have to consider for it? What the step 3 here? There is we have to take here, apply those equations from a 6th listed above. Already we have discussed it in the last class. 6 equations we are discussed. What is that? What is the equations? Vx is equal to ax plus at. Yes, Vy is equal to uy plus aay t. Like that. There is yesterday we are discussed 6 equations. Now, in the six equations, which equation is required for us? And now we are applied to it. Okay, clear or not? That all the things you have to consider. Use that 6 equations are required to our problem. Okay, clear or not? Apply equations of motion. Apply equations of motion. Yes, there is 6 equations of motions are there, and depending on the problem. Okay, now suppose you require traveling distance. You have to take Sx is equal to require the traveling of body along the horizontal direction. You require that problem. Okay, what you have to do then? You have to do, there is a whatever the problem it is there, based on the whatever the problem it is there, based on the displacement based. Got it or not? Yes, displacement based you have to consider. Yes, I hope you got it here. The body displaced from one position to the another position. At that time, you have to take a displacement, the displacement of the body purpose you have to consider. Got it or not? I hope you got it here. Yes, and otherwise you require a maximum height. Okay, now that is also you have to take a displacement based only. Otherwise, acceleration you require. You have to take acceleration formula Ax or Ay. Okay, from the 6 equations, you get a number of variables. Okay, now what you require, depending on that requirement, depending on the problem solving, use any of the 1 or 2 or 3, 6 equations from that 6 equations and you solve it. Got it? Or this is only the problem solving method for what it is. Yes, for any projectile body purpose. Okay, please note down. Please note down these 3 steps. Yeah, by using this, there is we have to first we have to solve somewhat our standard things for our projectile body purpose. For freely falling body purpose, you have to take a time of flight and as well as the maximum height, how much maximum distance traveled by the body. That all the things are now solved for the projectile body also. Okay, what the steps we have to take? The 3 steps we have to consider here. Okay, clear or not? Yeah, we have to take this situation actually. For a projectile body, we have this diagram, important diagram for a projectile body. Any projectile body, you have to should first draw this diagram. Automatically, half of the problem is solved. Okay, now there is our projectile body. You have to take here like this, suppose. Okay, now this is the starting point of our projectile body. Okay, now it's the traveling along the path. Okay, now this path I am taken it here somewhat height it is reaches. This is called a maximum height. Correct or not? Yeah, there it is called as maximum height. The position I am taken a and this is again reaches to the B. Okay, now clear or not? O to the B is a traveling distance on x-axis. Okay, clear or not? It is about traveling distance on a y-axis. Got it or not? And it will be moving with initial velocity u, but it is not selected this path. It selected this path. Got it or not? Yes. And now there is about in this direction acceleration due to gravity. It is a down direction. In case the body is moving in this direction, it is taken as minus. Okay, clear or not? Otherwise, the body it is in this direction, it will be taken as positive. Okay, now the body is moving in this direction now. It is taken as what? Negative direction to the acceleration due to gravity. Now the chalk piece is moving in this direction. It is a what? Negative direction of acceleration due to gravity. Not like that. The chalk piece is falling like this. It is what? In the direction of acceleration due to gravity. That's why it is taken as small g. Got it or not? I hope you got it here. Now, these are the values we are considered, and it is make angle with the our vector initial velocity. It is a theta, and the next we are considered this point is taken somewhat as a c, and next the total distance traveled from here to it is called a range. The range of the projectile motion. Got it or not? This is only the fundamental things you have to consider. Yes, got it or not? All the diagram is understood. One body is started at a point O. It will be moving along the one particular direction as a projectile motion. It will be selected this path. Got it or not? It selected this path. What the path? O A B. It is a projectile motion. The O A. It is the A is the what? Maximum height reached by the body. And the R is the what? Go to the B. The distance, it is the maximum distance possible for our projectile body on the x-axis. This is the called what? Range. Now we have to find out the what? Now we have to go to find out what is the time of flight. You know very well. What is the time of flight? Time of flight. First we have to check it as what is the first what is the first step here? Step 1. We have to do the step 1 first. What is the step 1? You have to find out the whatever the perpendicular axes are there. Okay, x-axis and as well as the y-axis. Yes. In which axis our motion is going on? Here. For the time of flight purpose, there is a what? It will be moving along the y-axis only. It will be not go with the x-axis. Okay, now. Yes. Axis x is along the horizontal direction and y is along the vertical direction. But the body is moving in a flight mode along the vertical direction only. Okay, clear or not? It is in the time of flight mode. It will be not moving along the x-axis. Okay, clear or not? Yes, moving along the y-axis. That is why select the first step. The next there is a components. You have to write it first. What is the components? Suppose in case horizontal component is there, the initial velocity of horizontal component is always written as u cos theta. Okay, clear or not? And the vertical component you taken as yes, uy is equal to u sin theta. So many times I am reminding you about this sin and cos. Once again I am reminding you. Just listen carefully. Other students listen carefully. For the making some angles with the physical quantities purpose, we have taken regularly somewhat axes are based on the what trigonometrical functions. How you define the trigonometrical function? Suppose there is a one theta is a formed, one angle is a made, one angle is a made with the one physical quantity with the another physical quantity. Okay, and at that time, then it will be taken as somewhat theta. The opposite sign to this theta is a what? Sine angle. It is called as sine theta. Suppose it is taken as A, B, C. In this one, the sine theta is equal to taken as CB by AC. Already we have discussed it so many times. This is the CB by AC. Opposite sign by okay diagonal or hypotenuse. Okay, clear or not? It is a what? Hypotenuse or not? In the triangle it is called hypotenuse or not? Yes, this is the what? Opposite sign. Theta ki opposite. It is opposite to the theta. Okay, cos theta is nothing but adjacent sign by hypotenuse. What is that? AB by AB, adjacent sign. It is a touch with that our, okay, clear or not? Touch with our angle. That is why it is called adjacent, beside one, adjacent sine by hypotenuse. That is the cos theta. Got it or not? Tan theta, somewhere will get somewhere. Tan theta also. That is called tan. Opposite sine by adjacent sine. The ratio between these two sides. Okay, now opposite side by adjacent side. That is called what? Tan theta. Don't confuse about this cos and tan. Now one check it. This is in a vertical manner or not? Which manner it is? Vertical manner or not? Suppose you have to write, there is a draw the axis. What is the manner it is? Vertical or not? That's why the vertical components you have to take in a sin theta components. Most probably all the vertical components in our physics we are taken as a sine components. Where it will be appeared as sine, it is indicated what? Vertical only. Yes, keep in your mind like this. There is a horizontal components are there. That is represented by cos theta. Got it or not? Why? Because it is a horizontal. It is along x-axis or not? Okay, that's why it is a what? Horizontal component. That is why only I am writing here ux. Ux is nothing but the initial velocity variations along the x-axis. Uy. Uy is nothing but, yes, the initial velocity changes along the vertical nature. That will be what? Sin theta, man. Understood now? I hope you understood it. Next. If you want to reference purpose, you draw this diagram. Okay, clear or not? Yes, it is right like that. It is, you have to diagram. That is not of a concern to our this topic, but you have to draw it. Yes, it is for reference purpose. Note down these all the values also. Please note it first. Now there is a ux is equal to u cos theta, uy is equal to u sin theta. These are the initial velocity components. Next, after this, there is we have to go with the what? Acceleration. What is the acceleration? Along the x, it is an acceleration is there. Along the x-axis, the body is accelerated. No. We want to find out what time of flight. Flight means it will be in the air. Air means it is a vertical components only. There is no components along the x-axis. The acceleration components are not there along the x-axis. Along the x-axis, the body is not moving. Okay, along the y-axis only moving. 1 second. Body is moving along in which manner? Vertical manner. There is, it is not contain any components. That's why ax is equal to 0 and ay is equal to, what is the acceleration here? Acceleration due to gravity, but opposite to the direction of acceleration due to gravity. Okay, clear or not? I hope you got it here. Ax is equal to minus g. Why we written it is a minus g? The body is moving in a vertical direction opposite to the acceleration due to gravity. Got it? These are the values you have to first find it. Okay, this is the second step. Already first step we are considered along the axes, the which axis the motion is there. Along the y-axis the motion is there, especially. Yes, now the variable second step, that is only or not. What the value of u? What the value of v? What the value of acceleration? Okay, now what the signs of it? Positive or negative? That we have to first we have to find. Then next you have to select one equation. What are the equations? And from the from the any of 1 or 2 from 6 equations. Okay, you have to find out this. Yeah, for purpose of the time of flight, what the equation is required for the solve of it? Time of flight means what? Traveling distance. The time taken for the total traveling distance of the body in a air. That is only called about time of flight. What is the meaning of time of flight? The meaning of time of flight is the time taken for traveling the body the time taken for the traveling the body in a air. Okay, clear or not? Yes, total time taken for the traveling the body in the air. Okay, we get from the where first you have to know the traveling distance. Okay, then automatically you get the what is the time taken for the total distance traveled by it. Okay, that is why the total distance traveled by the body in which axis? Yeah, here we are taken a what? Yes, at a point B. Here at a point B, any traveling distance is there? At a point B, any traveling distance is there in a vertical mode? No, that is why there is a SY is equal to 0. Okay, at point B only. But between A to the B, the body is traveled That's why SY is equal to, yes, between O to B. The traveling distance is taken as SY is equal to, what we have to write? UY into T plus AY into T square, half AY into T square. That is only the equation or not? UT plus half AT square we are considering. UY plus half AT square, AYT square. Got it or not? This is only the traveling distance of the body. SY is equal to UY into T plus half AY into T square. That is only we are considering. You know very well. We have that. Yes, SY is equal to what? SY is equal to 0. Okay, clear or not? What is we are considered at a B? SY is equal to 0. We require the time now. That's why we are considered the total distance from here to here. And now there is a what is the UY we are considered? U sin theta. You have to write here. U sin theta into T here we consider. Okay, got it or not, all the students? UY into T. Next. Here, what is the A? AY it is here. AY is the minus D. You have to write here minus D into T square. Got it or not? I hope you got it here. Now, then it is also written as minus U sin theta into T is equal to half into, this is the what? Minus actually. Minus half GT square. This minus and minus cancel get each other. T and T cancel get. What is the remaining here? Half GT is equal to U sin theta. Readable or not it is? Readable or not it is? If you have any doubt, I am right like this one. U sin theta is equal to taken as half GT only, half G into T. Readable or not it is? Yeah. Now there is a T is equal to what we write here. T is equal to also written as from this one. T is equal to written as 2 into U sin theta by G. Written or not it is? 2 is here, G is here. Okay, this is the become what? Time of life. 2U sin theta by G. Okay, actually for a regular bodies, for a freely falling bodies, for a thrown up bodies, what is the time of flight? T is equal to 2U by G. Here, what extra component is get for us? Sin theta. That is indicate vertical manner. The body is moving in a vertical manner. That's it. Yeah. Please note down. T is equal to 2U by 2U sin theta by G. Yeah, in this mode only we have to find out everything. Here what we are considered, this t is equal to 2u sin theta by g from where? From here to here. But at O, but at B, the t is become 0 only. Okay, clear or not? Why? Because there is not started here. Here it is not have contain any height. Okay, at O, at B, what is the t value? 0 only. But between t to S O to A to B. Okay, not at O, not at B. At that time only the time of flight is a become 2u sin theta. Okay, clear or not? That is, we have to write here at O, at B. At O and at B, t is equal to 0. But at t is nothing but TOAB. Okay, na? That is only become what? That is only become as 2UG, 2U sin theta by G. Okay, the time of flight for okay this particular situation. Okay, na? There is from here T of OAB is equal to taken as what? O to A to B is equal to taken as 2U sin theta by G. This is indicate the time of flight. Understood or not understood? Yes, I hope you got it. Next, we have to take horizontal range. Horizontal range is nothing but from here to here, what is the distance? Okay, clear or not? How much distance traveled? Horizontal range is nothing but that is only. Now, first we have to consider the distance to OB is the range here. Yes, this is also equal to the displacement of the principal along a particle along the x-axis s, the time t, the time capital T. That is only we have to write. Next one is the range. Which one is called range? A range is nothing but the distance traveled between O to the B along the x-axis. Okay, clear or not? Yes, distance between O to the B is called what? A range. Okay, na? That is also we have in a time capital T. What is the capital T? 2u sin theta by G. Okay, clear or not? This is only we are considered. Now, first step is what? Our range we have to find out along the x-axis only. Got it or not? We have to find the range along the x-axis only. That's why we have taken a range is what? The range is taken as along x-axis only. That will be taken as what here? Yes, the distance is taken Sx. The formula we have taken as yes x here. Sx is equal to taken as ux. Okay, na into t plus what? Ax of Ax t square. Here the Ax is equal to what? 0. Okay, why? There is no acceleration of the body along the x-axis. Clear or not? Here Ax is equal to 0. Okay, na? When the body is become t is equal to capital T. Okay, now you have to substitute in the place of ux the ux value. Okay, now in the place of t the t value. Okay, what it will become? Sx is equal to taken as it is along x-axis. That's why we have taken it is what? Cos theta. Along the vertical manner, you have to take a sin theta. In the horizontal manner, you have to take a cos theta. Okay, clear or not? Then plus Ax is equal to what? 0. And but only the t value you have to write. What is the t? Into t you have to take plus half 0 into t square. Now Sx is equal to taken as ux cos theta, ux cos theta into what we have considered 2u sin theta by g. Got it or not? Now the Sx is equal to taken as ux. Okay, now yes, this is the what? Uy. Understand all of you? That is the what? Uy we are considered. Yes, here simply not uy. There is a ux uy is not there. Only just ux equal to u cos theta. Now that it is a become what? What it is a become now? U into u, 2u square cos theta sin theta by g. Here Sx is equal to what? Here Sx is the range. That range is only written as R. Then R is equal to taken as 2u square cos theta sin theta by g. This is only called a what? Range here. Understood all the students? This is called what? A range. Range of a particle. Range of a particle. Okay, now. And in our textbook, there is the minimized this as 2 cos theta sin theta. 2 cos theta sin theta is equal to the taken as sin 2 theta. The formulas are there in a trigonometric function. Okay, now what is that? 2 sin theta cos theta. It is equal to written as what? Sin 2 theta. Okay, now understand all of you. That's why we replaced this total term by the 2 into cos theta sin theta is replaced by sin 2 theta. Then the r is equal to become what? The r, the range of the particle, whatever the range from O to the B, that is also written as r is equal to 2 into u square sin 2 theta by g. Not 2 we have, by g. This is the formula we have. Based on this formula, it is also written as r is equal to u square sin 2 theta by g. You have to write it. Totally you have to write it. From here, the range is equal to this is the today's class. Please note down. Try to solve the remaining all the maximum height and the remaining component. Next week we are going with our chemistry classes somewhat for this month. Okay. Yeah. Yes, all the students, this is about a projectile body. The remaining component is given in our textbooks. Once you read that all the components, if you not understood, please send to me. And in the next class, we are doing the chemistry somewhat topics. Then after again, we'll come to the again projectile body. Okay. Yeah.